Today I want to share from Moreh Nevuchim, chapter 27. This is Guide for the Perplexed by the Rambam, Maimonides. And so we learn how onkelos, an interpreter, wanted to oppose the belief in God's corporeality. In Hebrew and Aramaic. So any expression denoting any mode of motion, he explained it to mean the appearance and manifestation of a certain light that had been created for the occasion. For example, the Shekhinah, the divine presence, or providence. The only time he says it's a literal corporeality, like let's say, for example, corporeality meaning embodiment, is when he says down. When God says in bereishis, Genesis 46, 2 and 3, I'm God, etc., and I'll go down with thee into Egypt. Versus even when Har Sinai, the mountain of Sinai, when the Torah was given, Hashem did not literally come down because he manifested himself according to onkelos, which is entirely detaching from the idea of what happened in the imagination of man. According to the Rambam's opinion, Elohim signifies angel, so it does not mean literally that Hashem went into Egypt. Don't think it's strange that onkelos, believe that the Elohim to say I'm God, the God of my father, because he felt it was an angel. Thus Jacob says, and the angel of God spake unto me into a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, here I am. That's from bereishis, Genesis 31:11. And although there's no doubt that Jacob being in touch with God, it's the usual practice of prophets to relate words addressed to them by an angel in the name of God, as though God himself had spoken to them. As God's messenger, there are various degrees of prophecy. So there's a great difference between a communication designated as having been made in a dream or a vision of the night, and a vision or manifestation simply introduced, and the Lord spoke, or the word of the Lord came unto me saying. So I think that's as much as we'll get to today, because it's Friday and I'm getting ready for shabbas. So I would like to read the blessings now for us for the week, and each week they build and they continue for us. So when one door closes, another one or many opens. May we exceed expectations of us. May we give and get positive feedback and have self-control and make new suitable friendships to grow into. May we replace self-loathing with clarity and self-improvement. May we love Hashem with all our memories, our dignity, and our woundedness. May we have holy, divine, righteous boundaries and lots of parnasa, which is income. And may we have protection and good character and restoration of the specialness and the seemingly ordinary. And may we have a soft heart to feel at home in and share that heart home with others. And may we never be taken for granted and never take love for granted, and do tshuva if we did. Or take others for granted. May we have relationships that nurture the sacred, whole, pure, innocent version of me or you or whoever. We have complete physical refuah shlema, full healing, and sharp wit used for the good. And may we carry ourselves and be carried and feel carried by Hashem our God. By Hashem our God, so as not to feel like a burden or bother on others. May we see Hashem is so grateful for all the hard mission parts that we did for him, and may we be saved from self-destruction, including from toxic relationships built on control, drama, chaos, reactivity, fear, scarcity, sabotage, provocation, ego, power, winning, confusion, manipulation, falsity, attachment, gaslighting, disrespect, jealousy, loathing, etc. And may we live in a world where love is the most precious, and like and be liked, and sparkly, twinkly, yummy, delicious, sweet ways that are balanced, reciprocal, and sustainable. And may we have and generous, guarding husband for myself and others. Or if you have to flip it, inverse it somehow as an inverse function for a man, if you're listening. But basically, who's wildly attracted to me, never takes me for granted, and is grateful and appreciative of and for me, and separates me for himself and spends time with me and has my back. May I be, and may you be for yourself, my own muse, travel companion, cheerleader, healer, hobby buddy, and live a fun, rich life participating with or without others or alone. And may we May I and anyone else be satisfied, content, fulfilled in a wellspring and flowing where previously there was desperation, depletion, weakness, burnout, ragged, empty, exhausted, ravenous, drained, and finally the blessing of Mashiach.